MOUZ NXT have been perhaps the most productive academy of any that we've seen in Counter-Strike Global Offensive and Counter-Strike 2 combined. Whilst it may be true that Na'Vi Academy has produced superstar-wise, bigger, higher quality talents, no academy has released as many Tier 1 ready pros as MOUZ NXT. We're taking a look at one of the players from the next generation of young players, that's PR. His real name, I'm gonna absolutely butcher, so it's in the title, it's on the thumbnail, you know how to say it, we'll just call him PR from here on in. We're going to be taking a look at some demos of his from Vertigo. Now Vertigo for him has been an incredibly consistent map and a source of, well, massive numbers really. It's been a statistical freak show for him. He's really led the way for MOUZ NXT on that map, so we're going to take a look at how he's been doing it and really the little details that make him such a quality player on this map. This is going to be what Prospects looks like from now on in. It's going to be a lot easier to produce for me, but it's also going to be far more consistent, I think. There will still be certain things released for members only, such as interviews with coaches and other backroom staff where I can acquire them, but for the focus of these videos, it's definitely going to be on the players. Alright, without any further ado, let's check out a demo from PR on Vertigo. Okay, some of the things we want to be looking for. We want to see trends. I think that's going to be really interesting, just to figure out the kind of fights he wants to take. We're going to be looking at obviously things like crosshair placement, aim. We're also going to be locking in on when and why he makes certain moves. I think that's something that's quite important, is to figure out if there's any rhyme or reason to the things he does. Because a lot of players, you know, you can feel like they're just taking what fights are available to them, rotating when there's some noise on the other side, and out-fragging people. Jump spotting this entire time, finally get something spotted. Can't land the shots, but plays it safe. Okay. Now, if the T side puts down the correct utility, this should be just a full-on retake. They've got no one really forward challenging. Hopefully they've got a bit of utility on the side that they can actually use to deny a plant. If not, they'll just have to play it straight up. Oh wow. 3 kills through the smokes. Finally, our guy chimes in. And that's a comfortable round. Not the usual way you'd win that round, but it all works, I guess. Okay, we've seen 2 rounds, 2 different bomb sites. Seeing as he's got a weapon in hand, like a real gun this time, I'm assuming this is going to be more what we're expecting to see B play. As far as a comparison, what we're looking for, like other players who play this sort of position, one of the guys I've really locked in on in the last 3 or 4 months, and a player and team who kind of defined the way at least Tier 2 and some Tier 1 EU teams play Vertigo, is Metasport, and specifically Susp, over on that B side. Now that's a team that doesn't really rely too heavily on their AWPer to find space, find impact, so you'll see a lot of aggressive play from their B player, Susp, to try and find those initial fights and take that initial space. What we're looking for is nice flash timing setups, and a B player who knows when to put his foot on the gas and when to hit the brakes. Yeah, a bit awkward this round. They're facing mostly Glocks, 1 Deagle, and they've already dropped 2 players. Probably going to end another A retake here. A little awkward on the MP9 spray, but cleaned up nicely in the end. The last guy we saw come out of the NXT Academy, obviously, was Yimpfat, and when I watched his demos, I believe it was a nuke demo that I actually ended up reviewing of his, at least in a video. It was absurd how polished he was. But he made everything look so effortless, look so simple. He had util sets that just flowed perfectly into what he was trying to do. And he never seemed bothered. That was mostly a T-side thing. And then on CT side, yeah, he held his positions, held his space, took the right peaks. Impressive, the level of player they can produce out of the full academy. Deceptive kill feed there, but not his kills. You see a lot of util placed rather late into the round, into the B stairs, and now playing forward. 3-man setup. See, there's a far more proactive B sort of meta than we perhaps got used to in the early days of Vertigo. Still the AWP stood. Oh, both of them taken down. So this is going to be another A retake. That A bomb site's a tough one to hold on to, I guess. Flash just push himself forward, but that smoke pretty much blocks any options. Again, appreciate the fact that he's not going for it. Takes his time, falls back. Play this retake properly. Bad flash, takes a step. You see there, bad flash. Maybe you think, oh, on the flash, they're going to expect it to work. They're going to take that fight. He anticipates that, but nothing comes. And, yeah, easily cleaned up. Early Molotov to deny the boost up position. Timing nade to catch exactly what he just caught. Wow, that's exactly the kind of thing we're looking for. Can I replay that? Will my demo break if I replay this? Let's find out. So we don't actually want PR's perspective on this one. I want Netu's perspective. Because we saw what PR did. He naded forward, blowing open the smoke and tagging and giving himself the opportunity. But Netu is throwing this flashbang, which pops on the timing that he peaked. So you see, there's the nade, there's the flashbang. Flashbang pops. Beautiful. It's the kind of util set you want to see. And it's exactly what I was talking about before, the Metasport default. They love to do this sort of thing. Push the B anchor forward, actually aggressively take the space and challenge, and have a creative util set there. They limited the positions the T's could actually put themselves into, naded where they believed they would be, and flashbanged on the perfect time. That's Counter-Strike. Yeah, taking the risk, leaving B open. Once you catch the lurker and there's contact and noise the other side, you're expecting more of a mid-lurk than you are a B-lurk most of the time. Even if it's a B-lurk, there's so far to go before you actually reach anyone or have any impact, you can kind of give it up. This is something I wished a lot of players would understand in playing Premier. Vertigo, you do not need to have like 3 players on the mid-B side of the map. You can play it with 2 and show presence at both ends. They're really long, winding sort of spaces with very little interaction with each other till you get basically to CT spawn. You don't have to hold both at all times. See here, 7, I'm not sure who that is, but he's made his look all the way through the B site. And he's cleared all the space, but it's going to take him so long to actually reach anyone that you're kind of okay with this. And you can hear the rotate back. Let's see how PR clears his corners. Oh no. A player goes down in the back, Bowden Master. So important. It's going to be tough.
Bomb has been planted.
Clears his corners, very good. His teammate's far away, but he's got the smoke. He can already deny some presence. That flashbang lands. Doesn't catch anyone. Smoke's on the bomb. Ah, goes wide, tries to clear. I would have liked to have seen a stick, actually. In a 2v2, I did like to see the stick. It's all good. Krisen wins the round. Yeah, I would have preferred PR to just stick that, honestly. The smoke's good. The T's are clearly disconnected from the bomb. I'd like to see a stick, but the way they played it ended up working, so who am I to judge? There's that default Molotov again, just to deny that boost up space. I'm sure there's an official call out for it. Now the T's are applying a little pressure. They've managed to clear the aggressive early start. Now we hear noises that he doesn't. He checks for it. Oh, and he gets the frag. Nade gives away some info. But he's making himself a nuisance. Molotov would have forced a retreat or a swing. He smokes it, so instead he can pretty much relax and pick his position. He chose forward. Bit of an off angle. We can see it's not going to be a B play, but he doesn't know that. So he's here trying to catch potentially that sort of lurk that influenced the last round so greatly. But those trades Yeah, they probably tell him it's going to be an A finish. Unless his teammate hears something different, he's going to take the gamble. And with Syra going down, he has to really risk it. Okay, we're just going to wait for the bomb plant. Throw the nade. This is the lineup, in case you ever needed it. It's pretty simple. Beautiful. Gets the frag. Can he get this kill, though? This is a really odd angle. We'll never see some holdables. Yeah, Avid, what a weird fucking off angle. Very smart. To be fair to him, very smart. Full credit. He's got info on where the player's coming from. He knows the perfect off angle that will never get checked. And he gets the frag. So PR couldn't get that one. But at least we learned something. Cool little nade. Okay, a force buy here. Maybe they'll get creative. So far, it looks like they're playing their standard affair. Anti-flash, push forward. Mid player dies. And PR has full Beast Air's control. It's a silver lining, really, because no mid player splits up your 3 A players. They've got to make some decisions now. But at least they've got this small security in the fact that Beast Airs has definitely not been taken yet. Okay, well that round went nowhere, ended in a save. Here we go, got another one, pretty much the same buy. Bit more util, nothing else. Now I'm watching these without X-Ray, because this always comes up. People ask me about X-Ray when I'm doing live streams especially and I'm watching demos. I don't like having X-Ray because I want to see what the player's thinking and reacting to without getting extra info that he doesn't have. Sure, every player can look stupid or like they're cheating or crazy genius when you can see what's going on through the walls. You know, it induces a lot of fake reactions, I guess. Oh, reactionary nade, but well played by the A-lurker. Just to get out of dodge. Ooh, nice nade on the net you. And after this round, we'll reload the demo because it's getting laggy already. Demo viewers, man. So only a bit of info, really. Nothing else found. And he goes down. Right, gonna reload this demo. A conversation that inevitably occurs a lot is, could we build a Czechoslovakian super team? Because PR is Czech. Could he fit into that sort of idea? And, you know, maybe. He does play like the B side of this map. Typically the players we know to be of quality from that region are guys like Matisse, guys like Neofrag, guys like Detour, mostly A players. So the option's always there, but realistically, we're going to see more and more European mixes. Keeps your options very open. We saw an early flashbang here, sort of feigning aggro, maybe bait some intel, because if you throw that flash, they're expecting a push behind it. Maybe you'll hear some pre-fire, or you'll see a counter bit of util, like that one, to retake the front, expecting aggro. He goes over the top of the smoke, which is an interesting idea. As his smokes fade, yeah, he's going to have an advantage, I guess. It's going to be difficult to get out of this, though. He's going to need 2 or this round's pretty much a bust. Only gets 1, drops to Avid. A nice idea, at the end of the day. Creative. But it's already getting desperate. Okay, I've tried a couple things to make these demos smoother, but welcome to CS2. Boosting up Netu, looking for an opening. Let's see what his angle's like. Okay, that's a lovely little bit of cheese. Very corny. Probably not going to net him anything unless the A-lurker makes a mistake. But it's a nice idea. Yeah, here's the contact. Big fight for Ram. He's let in a 1v2 though. PR unable to get through. Round before things start happening. There's a nice deagle. Avid goes down. Just left 1v1 with Plessy. Just tries to run through the smoke and catch him off guard. Doesn't work out. Okay, just the nade this time. I guess just to set up Bermilov. Now rotating off this aggressive B stance, which we don't really see very often. Now we're essentially in an ace stack, okay. There's the AWP opener. But no real aggression from the Ts, so not allowing the CTs to really understand what they're going for. So that's why we see this readjustment again, reshuffling the defenses, taking back the B space. A nade from behind Gen, will smoke from behind Gen. Another little lineup you can steal. Syra goes down, and yeah, this round looks all but over. Another ugly buy. Got 5 MP9s. I mean, at least they're saving money for the next round. You do hate to see. The economy has been brutal on MOUZ NXT in this map. That's why they're down 6-4, really. They've never an opening. That's something. Looking at the minimap though, you can see there's only one player left just to hold mid and B. Bomb looks like it's about to go down. PR's clearing mid, and at least they've covered that base. There will be no flank. That's a full 5-man retake with MP9s into the B bomb site. That's not fun. 1v3. At least there's info on one. There's the frag. Bomb tap. Oh, there's another headshot, but realistically, can't expect to win this one. Twist gets up, and there you go. Slightly different util, allowing players to reach the boost up instead of pushing pins off the stairs. Twist has played in a more standard way. PR gets caught out, not expecting it. A bit of a sloppy one. Okay, PR leading the charge kind of up a ramp. It's just him and I believe Netu taking a look into this one. Find nothing. Fall back. Well, they're already getting flanked. Oh wow, Twist. Nasty. That round went downhill real quick. Okay, well, after the El's pistol, they took a full eco. It makes sense, no bomb plant, that's the correct way to play it, just in case you didn't know that. But here we are. Back on the buy. We have very little to go off. So let's see what his standard is. I mean, so far, he does look like a B player on this side as well. A lot of players will do this. Understanding the timings and like the way players approach the offense and defense of an area just kind of makes sense. Play it on the T side, play it on the CT side. He's going to get boosted. Now, will there be a frag to take? Oh, spots ahead, can't land it. Actually, let's take a look at our KD. PR went 10 and 10 in that first half. Not a terrible half at the end of the day, but a fairly quiet one, without too many challenges and no real highlights. Yeah, this is going to be a solid round victory. Nothing much more to report.
Bomb has been planted.
Back to that B side. A smoke for the molly, also nice info. A couple uses to that smoke. Same sort of contact. Let's find the same spot. It's going to get in deep. twist though, having himself a game in that one-to-one matchup. It's not going well, but took a lot of space. That space didn't end up actually counting for anything, but it's at least a little indication that he's more on the front foot, not so much a round after round closer, you know. He takes his space towards B, kind of lurks, but in this round we saw a deep entry run. Same smoke to feign presence. As I said, denies info. If you can't see what's there, you don't know if he's actually playing it. Ooh. Spots the mid lane. Doesn't get the frag himself. But yeah, falls off. Goes back towards this B play. Just as the smoke fades. Yeah, holding for that headshot. Okay, more of a check. Doesn't actually take the space back. And they did relinquish a lot of map control, so this is why PR sat back here. Luckily they're in 5v4, so it's not the end of the world. They've not got their whole team together for this final push. He hears nothing, sees nothing, finally can rejoin his team. Let's see how this actual side take goes. Already one player's down. That advantage disappeared. Ooh, catches the AWP. Takes the AWP for himself. Let's see if he's actually just an AWP in disguise. Looking for that headshot angle, sees nothing. Transition to heaven. No, he's looking to the top of sight. Ooh, catches the player in the smoke. Pleasant playing forward. As he's known to, really. There's a nice little flashbang. Enables one of his teammates to get up short, realistically, more than anything else. Oh, I thought he was going to unzoom, but no, he does get the shot onto twist. It's left in a 1v1. Robin somehow able to fight. Multiplies a fake flash on the USP drop. A for effort. PR. Quad kill. Maybe not an AWPer, but he can definitely pick it up in a pinch. I mean, that was fairly impressive. I know myself, I'm not an AWPer, but I'd much rather have one in my hands than a Galil, so fair enough, that's an option, go for it. They're not really taking too many deeper risks. We saw the Alliance T player who actually took this space. Maybe he challenged a little more forward, but PR content to just deny info. Then make the occasional play. Another lineup, in case you needed it. And you can steal a lot of utility just from watching a single demo. But a lot of players gone down, so a 3-on-4 needs to be recovered. Netu hits that one. Another player, honestly, keep your eye on. This team has so many. Like Netu, PR, Syra, the like rifle trio that come across my radar most recently. And Bermilov, the most recent addition on the AWP. Has had some nice moments, some nice rounds. Puts up some decent numbers, so maybe he's another one to watch out for. A Ukrainian AWPer, a young lad, of course. Let's see what we can get done. Bomb's going to go down. We've got an AWP, a Deagle, and MP9 on the other side of things, so it could be worse. That one smoke might make things tricky. Oh, the AWP spotted. Gets away with murder there. Choose instead to fight forward. I like that. It's a good idea. They know both of them are on the flank. Love it. Holds his nerve. He knows he can get around the corner if he does actually gets flashed and the player hasn't peeked. So instead holds for the fight. And he gets the kill. Now this map does go to overtime. We're not going to watch the overtime. Overtime things can get sloppy, get out of sequence. You end up watching the same default over and over again into late round contact play. Probably not worth our time. We'll instead watch a different demo that's a bit shorter. Oh, PR, I'm in a bit of struggle getting up. It's a very fast play. And to the side, there's another lineup you can learn, a Molotov, for the B mid rotate section. Oh. Not a thing that gets called out very often, at least not very correctly. probably just mid-heaven is what you'd call it to get people to understand. Heaven, quite short. It's a useful Molotov. Has picked up 1 kill. Now left in a 1v1 though. And the CT's saving. Okay. Mechanically, PR hasn't really done a whole lot that's been mind-shattering, but also there hasn't been a lot of instability. Generally, where he's had fights, you know, he's stayed stable, unfazed, landed his shots. But I definitely don't think this is a guy who's going to be entirely reliant on his aim. I definitely think players like a Boros, for example, or a MOUZ NXT are far sharper, faster, more likely to hit the crazy highlight shots, but I think PR's advantage going forward is going to be things like his team play, like good timing on his trade, consistency in terms of the plays he makes and the decisions he actually takes. So you love that util usage. Oh, traded 1-for-1. But it does allow Bermalov to be in a 1v1. Bermalov can't win it though. But you see that? I really like that idea. Sure, he does damage to himself, does about 15 damage to himself, but he does blow open the smoke and give himself a chance to clear and molly off. Well, the molly does get dehooked than the smoke, but the smoke's still there at least. He jumps around a bit. I'm not sure if he's trying to get onto that box or if he's just making noise, but in any case, it's a ramp walk. Sara gets the opener. Now that side player drops. Oh, he does. He gets traded. It's okay. If he dropped for nothing and it's a 5-on-3, the CT's probably immediately saved, but now there's a chance they might try something. Yep. There's the Molotov. Doesn't stop the plant coming in. I wanted to see, he hasn't even moved. He's been on B this entire time. He's crashed. Yeah, Twist seems to be completely uninterested in this, or he's crashed, so it's going to be a save call. I'll see you in the next round. So yeah, Twist did crash. CT's managed to save. Now PR challenging B again. Try and get his boost up. And gets over quietly. Ooh, that spam, that reload, he hears it all. Collects the shot again. Nothing particularly flashy or beautiful about it. But he makes it work. Counter-terrorists, oh man. This is a difficult one. I think Alliance is going to save again. Alright. Still showing the same face towards B. This time with a flashbang. Perhaps punish someone trying to look over the top. An AWPer likely could take that fight. No AWPer really expected, but hey. There's many ways to skin a cat. Looking for that B contact, but the mid lurk has made it in and picked him off already. Nechu's gotten deep around A and found 2 frags too. This round is free. There's a third from Nechu. PR. I mean, I guess good job not dying for nothing, but there was no one to die to. CTs didn't play aggressive, and the mid play was so successful that everything else fell into place. Okay, this map goes to OT, so spoilers, we know how this ends. It's going to be an Alliance victory. It's the flashbang down. They've naded forward, anti-flash, and then gone on the timing of their nade popping, so Alliance kind of anticipating that. And PR doesn't know one's close to the smoke, so if he walks this, he could just get picked off for nothing. Yeah, the double swing disguised the steps. Let's check for it. Ah, a bit sloppy. Can't hit the headshot. As I said, he's not going to be the flashiest guy. Goes down. This map goes to OT. I believe MOUZ NXT do end up winning it. But let's switch over to another demo. Another Vertigo. But yeah. Let's see how that compares, and let's see if we can find some other details we might have missed. Okay, here we go. Playing on the mid side of A, listening for those steps. Directionally hears them, so he knows there's going to be some A players. They're all playing fairly passive though, waiting for that contact. After giving all that info, maybe they're expecting some sort of rotation. Maybe the mid push, see some players are looking behind themselves. But no, 4 men here, all waiting to take a frag. All waiting for someone to have a peek. Birmingham delivers one. PR not landing anything. But there we go, fine. Ooh, lovely pair of shots right there at the end. One thing I've noticed actually strangely is players like PR here, who on the rifles doesn't seem especially flashy, not that many highlights, not that many like one-tap sort of moments, tend to be slightly better on pistols. You know, I have a tendency to click away in the right spots. I guess a question of control in that sense, where if you're not going for outrageous flicks all the time, you're just more likely to be performing on pistols, I guess, especially CT pistols. T pistols, it may be the inverse, but those CT pistols tend to favour those with a steady hand. Now, this is going to be sort of an anti-eco. If I'm the B player here, I just want to be checking the boost spots, which he's doing. He's alternating the boost and the standard walk-up spot. And there's the other boost. So yeah, just keeping an eye out on things. As soon as you feel some pressure, maybe take one and dip. It's not really worth dying for the B bomb site, because it is a bomb site that can be held. It can be tough to retake. And the reason you can play it with so few players is that, yeah, that one player can make a nuisance of himself, can dig himself in like a tick, but also you can get a really quick rotation into a powerful spot if you've got a mid player up heaven. What's the official listed name for it? Platform. No one's going to call it that. But yeah, plat probably is what it should be referred to. The A player's got a kill, but now seeing no one, so that's a bit suspicious. You're expecting a rotation to come over to you. Hopefully Netsu can help him hold down the fort when the time comes. Speaking of checking those boosts, I think we can see one coming in right now. Yep, spots the head. Doesn't land the headshot. But there he finally does. KGF goes down. And another one. Nice. 3 on the anti-eco. And Netsu shows up. For the mop-up. So this is a game against Parivision, in case you hadn't clocked it yet. Parivision, this version of their roster, I mean, Jerry-led rosters have in the past been very successful, but this team hasn't really performed up to their expectations. Like, if you see the names on this roster, you'd think, yeah, slam dunk, but it hasn't really looked that special, despite all the promise. Shift on the jiggle. Is he going to put the molly down on the boost spot? Nope, just going to keep on jiggling. Not hearing anything. There's the Molotov. Oh, he's going to get faced here, but Bermilov got a MiG pick. He's come over. Oh, they're going to swap entirely. Okay, Bermilov comes to fill in the B space. PR switches over to mid. Oh, Bermilov got the frag. Okay, fair enough. I like this. In the last demo, we saw Bermilov pretty much only playing A. We rarely saw him mid, if ever. I don't remember it happening. And we certainly didn't see him taking B space, so variety is the spice of life, and in Counter-Strike it's the spice of success, so pretty nice to see that. An active Bermilov. But PR, yeah, willing to give up his spot, go take mid. He's got this little cheesy off angle he likes. I don't personally like playing it, but I like to see other people play it. It's a pretty good spot to play. Patsy gets 2 openers, there you go, showing a little bit of pedigree. A little bit of impact. Power that flashbang to allow himself to swing safely. The T's haven't actually made their way up. Throwing 1 smoke down. Busted for info, and he does get them that, but they're going to have to blindly spray and hope here. Nothing's landing. Another resmoke. Oh, they're going to save. Yep, the AWP's already gone. It's time for a save. It's a shame too, because those openers were really interesting. Like, really impactful. But not impactful enough. Okay, we just... Oh, bloody hell. Sorry, someone with a massive penis just drove by. Yeah, I've had a couple rounds of just saving, so nothing really to report. But here we go. Back to our gun rounds, back to our default. There's the molly on the boost. And gets up close this time. Is that going to be the flashbang? Nechu is set up in the spot for it. There we go, thrown forward. Gets the clear. Those nades, do they actually do anything? Kicker's taken barely a chunk, so no, not really. Kicker able to outmove the utility. But PR still looking for it. He knows he was there. Oh, there you go, head spotted, frag found. But can't do anything about the mid play. See, it may look like he just wasn't aware of his mid flank there, but realistically, he has 3 players rotating into mid. He had to keep him in size on the B side of the map. So, unfortunately, he has to go down there, but he played to the best of his abilities. Bomilov did actually manage to win the round, so it all worked out in the end. Okay, just had a paranoid moment that I wasn't recording audio. I have been, that's all good. A bit more standard round. Okay, he likes to get on top of this box, doesn't he? Maybe going for that flash clear again. Instead, that Molotov kind of prevents it, so... Nades in, self-flash, I guess. There's the flashbang to clear. Spots nothing. Still moving forward. Okay. B stairs called clear. Nechu rotates off, and they've now got a numerical... Still technically disadvantage, but I'd say it's always an advantage. If you've got 4 players on the right side of the map, even if you are facing 5, it's a huge advantage as CTs. Gets the flank in. Oh, he's being helped, but he gets the frag anyway. Kicker whiffing, and PR doubles up. Stays in control of his spray, doesn't try to transfer over to the AWP, instead resets frags. That's a nice 2-piece. Yeah, Patsy again, an absolute problem towards A. But Nechu's able to clean up, and yeah. Now got to make sure Jerry doesn't win a 1v2. That was a really good round. I think you saw the sort of battle that the B stairs goes through in terms of info and utility dumping. So they were constantly trying to set up for that flash clear, and they finally got it in after Kicker started backing off. That gave them all the info. PR was able to push, and despite being held, gets the frags. But the important part of all that wasn't really the fragging. Sure, in terms of winning this round it is, but the fact that he gets deep and then the team can just pull a player off, get everyone in position on the A side, just in case that full push comes in before he's able to get behind and get those frags. It's vitally important. It's round winning by itself. So that's why the info war always rages towards B. And that's why you've seen a lot of teams get more and more aggressive in terms of their willingness to take the stairs. Oh wow. Things have gone disastrously on the A side, so despite, not doing much of anything wrong, this round's already a disaster for PR. It's going to be difficult. And Molly as well, very useful. Unless someone starts fragging, this round should be over. They should be saving real soon. Nechu, there's the headshot. Oh my god. PR has the headshot on Patsy, coming out of the crouch. Crosshair was a little low, but so was the head. Damn. PR can't get the fight with Kicker. But Nechu cleans up. See what I mean when I say this guy's also worth keeping an eye on. But impressed with Nechu. The little glimpses we see of Nechu makes me believe that basically he could be a useful piece on a team. Oh, forward molly this time. That one's a little more difficult to throw. If you're not really a very experienced player with good movement, don't try it. But interesting that he goes for that. Denies, I guess, Kicker at the initial space. He's now got into the back of sight. Okay. Playing behind the beams. Often gets mollied, but especially in a round like this where you hear the T's are playing with pistols, it's a good risk to take. They're not going to have that Molotov. Here's the flashbang, takes a look. Well, if anyone's got anywhere, it's there. Oh wow, clears it out entirely. Probably got info from the mid players on the exact positioning. Two-man clear with Netchu again. Fundamentally sound. No one rushing. PR, great shot to finish it off. Hits the headshot cleanly. But yeah, he doesn't go too soon. He waits for Netchu to get up there, then jumps. That way, one of them whiffs, gets taken down by a deagle. Easy trade. No risk taken. Okay, no jump molly this time. So throws off the wall. Base, it lands in a pretty similar position. It doesn't land as deep as far as into the T side of things. But it's basically the same molly in effect. Okay, smokes the bottom stairs and nades the boost spot. Presence has been shown. Another Molotov. Kind of forces him back. Flashbangs follow up as well. He knows where he expects them to be coming from. Oh, spotted. There's an elbow. The flash is good. But Jerry hits the headshot. PR. A bit of a whiff on that one. Okay, just a Molotov, so limited util set. Does he use it? Oh, okay, he's going to go fast with it. Aggressive molly. Immediately fighting forward. He's got no real support on this. He's just going to take the raw aim duel. Is kicker here to greet him? He is indeed, but PR lands the headshot this time. Traded. Jerry fast on it. PR maybe not expecting that move, but Jerry knowing exactly where to put his crosshair. So MOUZ NXT do convert the round. I'm not sure how much credit you can give PR's opener for that, because usually a 1-for-1 trade isn't a positive thing. The CTs usually get spread thin by that, but other players able to recover, make use of the info. I guess. God, is it just dickhead o'clock? Okay, nade and molly, I think. Kicker caught the edge of that. But retreats before deciding to take any more risks. I said this before, he likes this spot, being sat on these boxes. And when the T's throw a forward smoke to like clear out the front of that sort of top stairs platform that he's taking now, I kind of get it. Like why you'd go for that. The rest of the time it just feels, it does feel a little bit silly, a bit overexposed. When it's a 1v1 and he wins it, he doesn't look too stupid though. And that's the end of the half. Now I know this T half won't be too long, so we'll just watch it in its entirety. Well, we'll skip any dead rounds should they occur, but let's find out what there is, because I have no idea whether or not there are any dead rounds. Again, the demo gets smoother when we switch halves. Can't it just be smooth start to finish? That'd be lovely. Oh god. Yeah, I can't let that headshot. He knows one player push forward, but he did a bunch of body shots, nothing else. Still challenging ramp. Oh, double headshot. That's pretty impactful. This means those players who thought they were just going to come in to clear out the remaining presence and then make a rotation in behind, kind of stuck. And now the bomb's going to go down B. PR still has their attention. There's a triple. My god. Where's this guy been? Really is a pistol round master. We've seen a lot of kind of botched fights from this guy, but on the pistols he seems clean and tidy. Okay, we're just playing anti-aggro this time, making sure that a rushing CT doesn't get free info and free frags. Very disciplined. Everyone else gets the kills. PR's just chilling. Okay, buy versus buy. Let's see how this looks. Now, we watched a lot of B defaulting last time. Hopefully, hopefully we see a few more wrinkles. Because we did see some new ideas on their CT side in the first half. Some pretty cool ideas, including Bermilov coming over and taking some of that opening weight off his shoulders. Go for the smoke flash. Does force Kicker back, so effectively it's intended goals. But he hasn't got actually any info himself. That's why we see that blind spam. That blind spam kind of tells you, especially if you're a CT who's decided to stick relatively close. Not the way Kicker has. If you see Kicker, he's gone all the way back. But if he's played more forward and he hears that spam through smoke, he knows where you are at that point. He can take that risk. You know, walk down the steps, establish himself. But it doesn't end up costing him, really. Ooh, tries to catch Hegev, but goes down. Traded. Nichu does get the frag. As always, that's something that's... I'll go to the next round and then talk about this in the FaceTime. That's something you'll notice. Watching MOUZ NXT demos, almost always, I mean, maybe not the very first iteration of their first Academy squad, but pretty much the rest of the time, you'll see every single thing that they're doing is backed up and done properly. For an Academy side of teenagers playing Tier 2 online Counter-Strike, this is incredible. You see in that scenario, he's taking that challenge on contact. Nechu has made his way up into the stairs, into the ladder room, and he's not ever going to take that peek unless there's a backup plan. That's what it feels like, at least. It's always a way to trade, a way to rebalance the numbers. It allows them to be a very successful team. Rarely will you see solo, completely unaided contact peaks. Yeah, PR here, just checking for posterity that no one has made the aggro push. Collects the bomb, and now we're going to walk A. Prison there, slightly detached. The backup was arriving. Syro has already made it up short as well, so if that player had got the frag and moved back, he probably would have been traded out as well. Mollies to make sure. And that should be 12 on the board. Okay, PR. Okay, smoke flashing. Very cool. Okay, we're checking on contact just to see anyone's pushed forward. Now we're going to clear the close left. Yeah, good, well played. It's boost time. Can he land the shot this time? Does it get presented? It. Ooh, he spots ahead. But that info probably goes both ways. Damn, can't land it. Second time we've seen him take that risk. Look for that fight and not quite land the shot. They're not easy shots to land, to be fair, but they are impactful when you do. We see Kicker as repositioning. There's the molly for it. PR does hit the shot. Okay, good. There's a second on the entry as well. Understanding his angles perfectly. This is his bomb site. There's the triple. Beautiful shot to finish things off. Wow. Okay, what can I say? Really. We saw a lot of fundamentally sound things. Things that were maybe more team-based than individual. But, man, this guy is... It'd be generous to say he's Yimfat-esque. That'd be a bit much, I think, going off this very little sample size. But at least, in principle, a lot of the same things that I liked about Yimfat's game were spotted here. You know, there's util sets for every scenario. He understands why they're being used and how to look around and how to clear space and take info afterwards. There's re-aggression set up. There's everything. Just worked out to the T. His T-side play, we didn't get to see too much of it. And the little we did see was maybe a little basic, and we saw a couple of those missed shots on the boost, which I'd like to see him hit despite their level of difficulty. But that's always the thing. It's so much harder to expect a rifler to hit those shots. If an AWP's being boosted up there, it's probably a fairly easy frag, but it is what it is. He was able to be, as you saw in that last round, very impactful when he could on the rifles. And all in all, put up a really good performance across those two maps, so... Looking forward to seeing more of this kid. He's only 16, so he's got time to develop, don't you worry. And yeah, that was PR. there'll be more of these coming soon.